Is Matt Rowell a viable target for 2025? Let's talk about it. So, silly season is already upon us, and it's not even Christmas yet. Silly season 2025, we just came out of the trade period. We have not even had the draft yet, and there's still talks of 2025. Classic, Collingwood's name gets put up in the mix with Gold Coast's prodigal son, Matt Rowell, former #1 pick. So we're going to have a bit of a chat about that. But before we do, this is going to be probably my last vacation video. This is Malta. This is where I'm staying. This is St. Julian's Bay. And this is my last day here, and I'm pretty sad about it. But thank you so much for 9,500 subscribers. I appreciate you all. I can still see that a bunch are still not subscribed. 500 away, or less than 500 away from 10,000. Would love to hit that before the end of the year. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free. Log into Google, hit the subscribe button. Love you all. Let's talk about it. Now, Matt Rowell is Gold Coast. Like I said, he's their prodigal son, right? He's contracted until the end of 2025. He's a part of that class where a lot of them are signing up until 2027, which is when they become free agents and when they can command bigger contracts. So Matt Rowell has a decision. Does he stay till 2025 and then leave? Or does he sign a 2-year contract extension, take himself to free agency, and then explore his options? Now, if you guys remember, in a video a couple weeks ago, I said this. Now, here's my huge hypothetical trade that I would love to see happen, that I've been thinking about today. Now, John Noble wants to get to the Suns. The Pie said, we want pick 12 for him. You know, apparently they didn't say they want pick 12. I think we'll get around pick 20 for him, right? If it's a trade like that. What I think needs to happen is I think that we need to get Matt Rowell into the club, and inside mid. He's played with Nick Dacos before. They played on the same team before. He's uncontracted at the end of 2025, and you're probably thinking, Luke, how the fuck are we going to get Matt Rowell into this club? Now, I floated the idea that Matt Rowell should come to Collingwood in exchange for like John Noble, you know, just because he was coming out of contract, and maybe, you know, Gold Coast would get a little bit for him, and, you know, we'd give them a couple of picks, first round and stuff, but it didn't eventuate. We ended up getting Dan Houston anyway, but it just sort of put the notion out there that not that Matt Rowell's gettable. We don't know anything about it. This is just comes straight out of left field because they were talking about 2019 players who have signed contract and who hasn't, and who's the biggest off-contract player on the market in 2025. And it's Matt Rowell. And obviously, the links to Collingwood is that he is Victorian. He played with Nick Dacos. Now, Nick Dacos is our just our player manager, right? He got Dan Houston to the club. He could get Christian Petrarca to the club, you know. So Nick Dacos is that guy, and wouldn't it be absolutely incredible if Matt Rowell did come to Collingwood? Now, Matt Rowell is definitely a player that we need. That sort of bull in the midfield. You know, with our players getting older, you know, you got Dan Houston, Perryman, Nick Dacos, Matt Rowell in the middle. Would be absolutely unstoppable. But I just don't see it happening as much as I want it to happen, as much as it would be absolutely fantastic for the football club to bring Matt Rowell into calculations. That one, they'd be stupid not to ask the question, obviously. Two, every Victorian club, and just every club in general, will be stupid not to ask the question of Matt Rowell if he wants to go somewhere else. But what does Collingwood have to offer? Now, we know we're getting Tommy McGuan next season in the draft, so that's a first round right there. So we would have to... we would have to trade 2 years in front. So remember, next year they're bringing in that you can trade 2 years worth of future picks, not just next year. So could Gold Coast almost be tempted with that? They're going to want a lot more. They're going to want, you know, at least two first rounders, probably a first rounder for that year, and, you know, they're going to want the world for Matt Rowell, and I don't blame him. It's like someone trying to get Nick Dacos from Collingwood. We would want absolutely everything from this club before we get fleeced by them. The question is, do I think Matt Rowell comes to Collingwood? And I just can't see it. Not this year, or sorry, not next year anyway. Maybe in free agency, right? But the questions have to be asked. You know, Justin Lepage is probably putting work into it now to ask the question. Like I said, you'd be stupid not to ask the question and put a little bit in his mind. If it gets to June or July and Matt Rowell still hasn't signed a contract and he's still saying, I'll wait till the end of the season, wait till the end of the season, then we'll get a little bit excited. But, you know, watch him go to Geelong or something because they've just got an unmeasured salary cap and everyone seems to be going to them. Collingwood are in this precarious position at the moment where by the end of 2025, we're going to have 3 or 4, or maybe not 5, but maybe 3 or 4 retirees. And we're going to have money in the bank. And we're going to go absolutely hard. So don't forget about salary cap space because we're absolutely going to have it. Brodie Grundy will be out of our contracts, out of our salary cap soon. Adam Treloar's going to be out of our salary cap soon. So we're going to have this money. It's just about, do we have enough picks or a player to facilitate this? And I don't see us giving up any player unless they say they want to go to Queensland, they want to go to the Suns like John Noble did, which I don't see happening. But on the slight off chance that we could get Matt Rowell, could you imagine what a powerhouse we would be? For the first time in years, we would be an absolute powerhouse with bringing in Dan Houston. And you know, these clubs like Geelong and Sydney and stuff, they keep doing this. They keep bringing in these huge players. And it's about time Collingwood pulled up their socks and just went all out for these sort of players. And I'd be disappointed if we didn't ask the question. So be prepared for the rest of, probably not the rest of this year, but definitely most of next year, a Matt Rowell and Collingwood link. I've heard it a little bit on the grapevine, but nothing that I'd say I'd hang my hat upon. But I would love Matt Rowell at the club. I would absolutely love him at the club. I know you would love him at the club. Leave your thoughts down below. What do you think gets this done? Is it 2 future first rounders? Is it a 2025 first round and 2 future firsts? Or what do you think hypothetically? Hypothetically, I still don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all. This is just the media wanting clicks. This is just the media wanting Collingwood in the news cycle again. But I just think it's a good little thought process and good little hypothetical of Matt Rowell, the Collingwood player. But let me know your thoughts down below. And until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.